Absolutely. You guys have a great night. Energy just never stops at Hayward Field.
And we got more Dan O'Brien, boys 2 mile, and then the John Dye Dystat Mile Championships. How about this fans on the track? Could you have competed in decathlon with fans that close to you?
Well, I actually did. The Talence Decastar meet, they bring fans right out onto the track.
Oh, they were doing that now? Okay.
Yeah, they bring fans right out on the track to view the pole vault. They bring them down on the track to view the high jump. And then on the final event, they bring them into those last outside lanes. But it's great to have people right there and to be able to be that close. And it's providing great energy for these athletes.
There we go with the fourth section of the boys 2 mile. And this is an all-star group led by the Servy Skinner brothers from Coeur d'Alene. Zachary's wearing hip 1, Maximus hip 3. They're running 1-2 right now. We have seen these two in age group, cross country and track. I can't count the years. And I got to say, it goes back to maybe when they were 10, 11 years old, they were popping up in junior Olympic meets. They were dominant cross-country runners, and now here they are together at Coeur d'Alene. These are 820 guys here. Ty Serino from Central, Monmouth, Oregon. Going to be in the mix. Dylan Weniger from Sherwood, Matt Robelski from Jesuit. Probably Jesuit's best returning male middle distance guy this year. Edward Fuller of Skyridge, Jake McManus, Columbia River. That's kind of the A group here. We'll start getting our first splits. This 2 mile final, and it is the Servy Skinners 70-15, 70-41. Max Billet of Shorewood 70.7, Serino 70.86, and Ivor Hokanson from Crater 111.02. This is a big group working together. A lot of opportunities.
Well, when these athletes come through at 70 on that first lap, that tells you that they're on 9:20 pace.
And that will all be U.S. best. Yet the best boys 2 mile all ran at that December distance night in Los Angeles, Jack Kemp Stadium. Two laps in 2:19. Maximus, then Zachary, Billet, Serino, Weniger. So yeah, Dylan Weniger is in this from Sherwood. He started well back in the pack. He's moved all the way up into 5th now. Cohen Butler of Camas 6th. Fuller now 7th. Carter Bankston, Cottage Grove 8th. So as we complete our 3rd lap, we're going to go back down to Keenan trackside and visit with our girls 2 mile winner, Sophia Rodriguez.
So make that, I guess, 2 for 2 for the Rodriguez sisters from Mercer Island today. Your sister got the steeplechase win, then you come back tonight with the 2 mile. Tell me about the plan and the attack today.
Yeah, I think today we just really wanted to go out and try to win it and see where the field was at and then take it and try to hold it all the way to the tape. And that's what I did, so I'm proud to execute.
And it's a nice little setup for next week for Arcadia, which you know is going to be a fast 2 mile race. What are you excited most about next week when you go to run that race?
Yeah, I think the experience and running with a great group of girls. I mean, today was really competitive and we had some strong runners, but Arcadia is almost like a mini national, so I think it's going to be really excited to get hopefully pulled along to a great time, but also compete.
So far, U.S. #1 in the event so far. Sophia Rodriguez out of Mercer Island High School. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you so much.
And a reminder that Sister Victoria ran the fastest steeplechase in the country this year. Very earlier today, going 6:41.62. we're in lap number 4 for the boys 2 mile. Servy Skinner brothers, 1 and 2.
Well, and they picked up that second and third lap, and I thought, hey, maybe they're going to dip down into 9:15 range, and then they come back up to a 72nd lap. But then they go 67, 68 there, so you know they're bouncing back and forth. But you heard the young lady who won the 2 mile talking about going to Arcadia. It's a fantastic few weeks of track and field, not only for high school kids but college as well. There's so many great meets. Florida relays this week, and you know Stanford relays. But Arcadia is always a highlight and always a showcase event for these high school kids each and every year.
So here's our lead group of 7. Servy Skinners, Billett, Sereno, Wenninger, Butler, and Liam Wild from Wilsonville. And not much further back, Cooper Bybee, Edward Fuller. The first 7 have now separated a bit. And now it'll be 3 to go. 5:43.87, those were 68-second laps. In fact, everybody's 68s in this group. For that first 7, and now Matthew Robet-Bluski from Jesuit up into the 8th spot. Trackside crowd making noise in the backstretch. Old Hayward Field, that's where the noise was, and you ran that close to the backside grandstand. You know, that's where Prefontaine, that was the finish line in Pre's day.
That's right. You kind of forget about that. You have to go back and look at those pictures. But yeah, the East Grandstands was the place to be. Cap's Corner. So it's fun to see those. Fans over there, and the East Grandstand still exists. It's, you know, it's a tough place to hang out in the afternoon on a hot day, but still, if you're a distance runner and a pole vault, if you're a pole vault fan, that's where you want to be on this track setup.
All right, 2 to go. Servy Skinners, we're still in the 108s. These are a little slower laps, high 108s. Sereno passes Billett for 3rd. Now things tightening up a little bit. It's Sereno in the red. Ty Sereno getting in the middle of this from Central. Here's the bell, 1 to go. Servy Skinner, Sereno now 2nd. Cohen Butler, Maximus has slipped back to 4th. And now some early moves in this final lap. Sereno goes to the lead. Still 6 contenders. Sereno, the junior from Central. Last year on this track, 3rd in the OSA 3000, 2nd at 1500. But he will yield. Billett in the final 50. And it ends up a 9-minute run and a big finish. Max Billett of Shorewood, your new U.S. leader at 9 minutes. Zachary Servy Skinner, 9:01.26. Final lap of 58. Billup 3 seconds faster than anyone.
Well, we knew this was going to be a fast and furious finish with all of those boys up front there. Everybody has almost the identical 800-meter times. Maximus Skinner has gone just a little bit quicker in the 800 than a lot of these other boys, but 158's low. They've all gone that quick this season already, so you knew they all had really good sprinting capabilities. But Max Billup just was tougher. He was pretty savvy about that too. Let the Skinners lead that. And it was a really good job, though, I thought, of Ty Serino to break up the Skinner brothers, because you get those two guys up front, they're controlling the pace. They're the ones running race tactics together up there. But by breaking them up, it allowed some of the other guys to come up there and challenge, like Butler. But Billup was just, that was a masterful piece of running there, about 300 meters in. And here you see him really challenge for the lead at the 200-meter mark. And when you take the lead, you want it to be a decisive lead. And Sam Prakel has told me on more than one occasion that if you're going to make a move, be the last guy to make a move and make it decisive. And Max Billup made a great move there, and he ran away with the victory.
What a start to his junior year. He qualified for the Washington State meet at 3,200 as a sophomore, but sends notice he is going to be a contender.